Just have the regular.
Okay, I got 7 o'clock. This is the town board meeting on January 14th, 2025. If we could all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, and Hal, would you lead us, please?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have no hearings tonight. Approval of the minutes. As our last meeting was December 23rd, 2024.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Mike, second by Steve. Any corrections? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And one assumption. Privilege of the floor, public concerns. Privilege of the floor, public concerns at this time. Anybody on the line? Privilege of the floor, public concerns. Reports of standing committees, Public Works.
Yeah, Public Works met this morning, got our updates from Water and Sewer and Highway and Parks. Start with water sewer at the treatment plant. We'll look for everything, some of them we've talked about last meeting. There's some of the new ones. The heater and influence building has been repaired. We had our DEC inspection on the 9th, and that went well. We did a lot of talking on the final clarifiers and repairs that need to be done there. We had some dioxide delivery come in. The lift stations routine maintenance is still ongoing. You can see the numbers of the ones that have been done. Let's see, well, valve and hydrant maintenance is still ongoing. Manhole inspections are being done. We had 3 water main breaks in the last 2 weeks, Dalton Drive, County Road 8, and Emerson Road. Like I said, and the meters are still being installed. That's about it for water and sewer. Highway equipment maintenance as usual. They've been out plowing and salting roads. They've been patching up some potholes they've been finding. And they've been cutting some trees that fell down from the high winds. And they've been mixing up the salt, getting that ready for salting the roads. They've been clearing the hedgerow out at the old Salem Cemetery and repairing broken mailboxes. Parks have been out plowing and cleaning sidewalks, servicing their mowers, working on repairs, picnic tables and benches, working at Pumpkin Hook Park, and updating landfill signs. That is all. Resolutions we can talk about if we need to.
Thanks, Ron. On operations?
Town operations met this morning, 9 resolutions we discussed as they come up. TAP grant is pretty much done. The pedestrian bridge was installed, but is still closed. We need the guardrails installed and then the connection, finish the paving to connect the bridge into the trails. There is going to be another round for the TAP grant, the Transportation Alternative Program. And we are going to seek a second round to complete portions of the project that weren't done in the first round. Some of the stuff that had been identified in this initial plan, but due to increase in costs, we weren't able to get everything done. So we'll be applying for another round of that. The FEMA review that we've been trying to remind people of pretty much every meeting, that review period ended on the 11th. So that was the deadline for any property owners that would have been in the new FEMA floodplain maps to review that or to kind of challenge that. Ag Advisory Committee has a workshop on January 23rd at 1 p.m. here in the main room, inviting local landowners, farmers, and any interested parties to discuss the proposed ag conservation district. That's the next step in that process. They are working on several updates to the town code, including short-term rentals, wastewater, on-site wastewater treatment or septic, subdivision. So we should be seeing some updates to the code coming through. Parks and Rec Update Committee had their last workshop on January 6th, and they unanimously adopted a draft plan for the town park master plan. And the zoning board of appeals, their next meeting is January 27th. We are expecting a vacancy on that board, and we are looking for interested people to submit any letters of interest and a resume to the supervisor to fill that spot. And Ron and Dan will have their reports, and maybe post on the website.
Thanks, Nate. Reports of other town officials, supervisor. Give it some thought, and, besides the normal day-to-day operations and answering questions for residents and everything, I've basically put four things down as, my goals that I trying to accomplish here in 2025. I want to increase the residents' knowledge of town operations. Hire a water and sewer superintendent. We've already had one round of interviews, so hopefully that'll be done here in the next 30 days. Want to get a consensus on a location and start to design a new parks department building this year. And I want to make sure we put in a wastewater treatment plant, capital plan, and then apply for funds for the repairs for the wastewater treatment plant. Update on 332 and 96 traffic. November 22nd, I sent a letter to the New York State Region 4 Director of Transportation, asking for support to address safety concerns that the residents have. Accidents, speeding, especially we had two fatalities this last year and a half. Copies of that also went to Troop E, New York State Police, and the Ontario County Sheriff. This past week, we did get a letter of a response back from the Regional Director, Christopher Reeve. He acknowledged my letter, stated that there will be several enhancements to this intersection and also updating traffic signals on 332. His transportation professionals will also look at a recent crash history and will evaluate if any adjustments would be appropriate to the area. Yesterday, I received an email from Daniel Erlin. He's the technical sergeant for Troop E, traffic supervisor, letting us know that they've taken a strong course of action with heavy enforcement on 332 in the 96 area. They have traffic management detail assigned looking for aggressive speed and distracted driving. They're actually using state grant funds for some overtime. In less than a month, they've issued approximately 81 traffic tickets. I've also had two recent conversations, one with the Ontario County Sheriff and one with the undersheriff about our concerns. As far as operations in Ontario County and my involvement, I've been assigned again this year as the chairman of the Government Operations and Insurance Committee. I'm also a member of the Ways and Means Committee. I have additional commitments as a member of the Ontario County Economic Development Committee, and I'm also an alternate voting member of the Genesee Transportation Council, which last fall, for this February, I was elected chairperson of the GTC. So even though I may not be a voting member, if the county supervisor, the board of supervisors is there in attendance, I still responsible for running the program. And that's all I have. Highway and Parks.
Yeah, not much to update from what Ron had. I did talk a little bit this morning about the salt. And there's a shortage. They haven't actually officially put anything out. I did call down there today. Really didn't get much of an answer other than we'll try our best to keep up with your demands. We did receive 4 loads today. Supposed to get another 4 tomorrow. Doesn't quite get us to the 320 ton that I ordered, but at least some is coming in.
Yeah.
So.
About the diesel fuel.
So we called up, they didn't bring much diesel fuel.
They only brought us a couple thousand gallons. They didn't fill it like they normally do. So I had Cheryl call again this morning. She ordered another 5,000 gallons. And they're not sure why it didn't get filled up. They didn't have an answer.
And
There's more on the way.
Get another warning today. It's
Yeah.
below.
I thought it was the diesel this morning, not the gas. but-
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So we did order more. They're bringing more out.
All right.
So hopefully we'll get her filled up here next couple days.
Yeah, it'd be nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Clerk.
Well, it's our busiest month for taxes and water and sewer collection, but I thought I'd give you some stats from our 2024 year. We did 78 marriage licenses, 97 park reservations, 130 lodge reservations, 1,855 dog licenses, 2,437 building permits, 35 peddlers permits, 111 operating permits. We collected in town clerk fees, $383,567.12. In taxes, we collected $12,330,964.47. And for CFWD and Victor Sewer, this does not include credit cards, we collected $5,353,901.72. In total, my office collected $18,068,433.31.
Very good. You'll have all those stats in the actual minutes, right, for the residents to see? Great. Very good. Water and sewer.
Bransco's been moving right along and they're almost done. Putting the water in on 332 and Willette Road and Mertensia Road. They've been flushing and testing and chlorinating and all of that, so pretty much the only thing that's gonna be left to do is some cleanup.
Wish I had more work for them, the way those guys work.
Yeah, they're fast, very fast.
All right, thanks. Building and zoning, Dan.
All right, as Michelle did, I'm gonna give you our stats for the month of December and for 2024. December, we did 130 permits, 134 inspections and 4 fire inspections. For the year of 2024, we did 2,581 permits, 3,616 inspections and 134 fire inspections. So it was definitely a record-setting year for us in building permits and inspections, so.
Yeah, let alone, seemed like this year you had plenty of fire calls to go to also.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't include the assistance to the fire department, any of the planning and zoning that we cover as well. And of course, the construction inspectors working out of our office now too. It doesn't include any of that into the mix, but those are the big numbers that came, especially from that hailstorm. So it was
Right.
definitely a busy year.
Thanks. Ed, planning board.
Their meeting is tomorrow night. We have 5 or 4 determinations of whether an application is complete or not for it to move forward. We have a amendment to final site plan for St. Pauli Textiles. We have lot 2 final site plan for the Blazy subdivision. We have final site plan amendment for sections 3, 4, and 5 of Monarch Manor. And we have the Victor Farmington Volunteer Ambulance Corps Station 2 preliminary site plan determination. So this will get them whether or not they're ready to go forward. If they're ready, then we set the public hearing dates. If they're not, then it goes back till they get all the paperwork in, one or the other. And then we'll get a report from Adrian on the Parks and Recs master plan committee. So we'll do that. That's what we'll be doing.
Very good.
Yep.
Thank you. Director of Planning and Development, Ron?
Just a couple of things. Nate did a great job of identifying everything that we discussed this morning. We're gonna be doing the seeker for Cranberry Drive up there. We're gonna be looking at Monarch Manor. That's gonna be coming to the town board because they wanna amend some of the conditions of approval. Walt Baker called me today thinking he was coming to a town board meeting tomorrow night. That's why he was flying back, and turns out he's gonna be coming to a planning board meeting. The 1816 Quaker Meeting House, we, supervisor submitted a letter of support for the next grant application to find state funds to help restore the exterior of that building so that they can take the shell down. The former Whitestone Center zoning project, they're gonna be rattling our cages to get us some thoughts about what they're proposing to do over there now. And then finally, one last thing was the Simmons Rockwell property over there on Route 96. There's been a lot of interest in developing that site, so you should be hearing something from them soon on a rezoning application.
Kept that one secret from me.
I just learned it today.
Oh, all right. Town engineer, Bill.
All right, thank you. Just a few highlights. Brickyard Road tank ongoing, a little slow right now, but they'll be picking up again. Soon, we're working on Running Brook drainage. We met today. We'll refine a concept plan, for that drainage project and a cost estimate. We'll go from there. Working on an engineering technical report for some clarifier and filtration improvements at the wastewater plant, which kind of go hand in hand with your capital plan there, Pete. Sewer work plan is ongoing, flow monitoring, for I&I in the sewer collection system. Getting close to the end, actually, there. A lot of the sewer collection system has been flow monitored and finding some areas to eliminate from an I&I standpoint. So we're honing in on, certain areas that may have potential I&I. We can focus in those areas. We've already touched on Clatton Retentia. That seems to be going very well. And Cranberry Drive, Ron mentioned seekers. So we anticipate putting a bid schedule together for sometime in January for that project.
All right, good, thank you. No assessor tonight. She promised me she'd be here next meeting. Recreation, nobody. Agriculture Advisory Committee, Hal, you did turn into the board the 2024 annual report. Any comments or?
Brief, I'm not gonna read it to you. In fact, I forgot to bring a copy, so, there was some literacy. As Nate said, meeting, in the afternoon, a week from Thursday. A little bit like what you said, trying to increase understanding. Hopefully we get some landowners to take a look at this, overlay district proposal prior to submitting it to the board. Trying to dispel misinformation and just get people to understand it. So please encourage any interested parties that you come across to attend. It's going to try the afternoon approach so that we don't get the I don't like night meetings excuse. We'll see if that works.
Yep. And it's amazing, social media, how the rumors go for any topic, town related, that, they have no clue,
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything circulating about this. I
No.
don't do social media.
No.
Okay, probably good. That's all I got.
Thanks. Communications are on file, reports and minutes are on file, a lot of them. Next, resolutions. First one is a resolution authorizing the town supervisor to sign the 2025 fireworks agreement. Young explosives for our July 3rd, 2025 celebration at cost not to exceed $6,500.
Second.
Motion by Steve, second by Mike. Any questions there? Our annual requirement. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Number 2, accepting parts 2 and 3 of the short environmental assessment forms for the adoption of local law number 1, Myers rezoning map amendment.
So move.
Motion by Mike, second by Nick. Any questions on resolution number 2? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Resolution number 3. Is a determination of significance, the adoption of local law number 1 of 2025 under the provisions of the state environmental quality review regulations or the 2.612 acres of land, tax map number 29.00-1-70.111, which now contains a total of 9.8 acres from RMF residential multifamily to GB general business. This is in the MTOD major thoroughfare overlay district and the MSOD Main Street overlay district.
I'll move.
Motion by Nate, second by Ron. Any questions there? All in favor?
Aye.
Or is a resolution adopting and filing of local law 1 of 2025 and approving the amendment to the town official zoning map for the delineation of the zoning of the 6-acre parcel we just mentioned above from RMF residential to GB general business. And this will direct the town clerk to formally amend the portion of the town's official zoning map.
Second.
By Steve, second by Mike. Any questions there? In favor?
Aye.
Aye. I is a resolution authorizing the purchase of 1 new and unused APD modular ramp from 101 Mobility. It costs not to exceed $9,995, and this includes installation at the water and sewer office.
So moved.
Mike, Ron, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 6, resolution authorizing the town supervisor to sign a contract addendum for the cost of living increases for our cleaning services from coverall for our town buildings.
I'll move.
Motion by Nate, second by Steve. Any questions there? All in favor?
Aye.
7 is a resolution waiving Retention Lodge reservation fees or AMVETS Post 332 for various events in 2025.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Hey, Jay. You bet. 8, resolution creating a part-time wastewater treatment plant operator position.
Second.
Motion by Ron, second by Mike. Any questions there? All in favor?
Aye.
9 is a resolution authorizing acceptance of the monthly report from the supervisor for December 2024.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Mike, second by me. And that's my financial report that I turn into the board every month. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Ends a resolution to adopt various amendments to sections of the Town of Farmington Site Design and Development Criteria Manual as set forth herein, establishing an effective date of said amendments, directing copies of said amended sections to be provided town staff, and directing the posting of the updated manual upon the town's official website.
Second.
Motion by Ron and second by Mike, just give you an idea, that's how thick it is. And I appreciate not only MRB staff, but our town staff to work through this 4 months, probably at least. Okay, motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 11 is a resolution regarding the consent of the town board to dedicate Alfalfa Crescent and Meadowbrook Lane in Farmbrook subdivision. This is section 7A and 7B, and it requires a roll call vote.
So moved.
Motion by Mike, second by Steve. Aye.
Bowerman.
Aye.
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 Motion passes. Thank you. Well, resolution authorizing the acceptance of easements and stormwater maintenance agreement for the Farmbrook subdivision, section 6A, 7A, 7B. And this also requires a roll call vote.
I'll move.
Motion by Nate, second by Ron. Any questions? Roll call vote, please.
Supervisor Murphy?
Yes.
Councilman Bauer?
Aye.
Councilman Herndon?
Aye.
Councilman Cassell?
Aye.
Motion passes. 13, resolution supporting the town to submit a grant for New York State DEC ZEV infrastructure grant and to an RG&E Make Ready program for a charging station proposed for the Park and Ride site.
Second.
Motion by Steve, second by Nate. Again, no cost to the town to do this initial grant application. All in favor?
Aye.
14 is a resolution authorizing the High Park Superintendent to purchase a Genie telehandler with forks and a man basket that costs to exceed $139,200.
Second.
Motion by Ron, second by Mike. Any questions there? Okay, again, is off from the price is off from a national contract, and it is a budgeted item for 2025. All in favor?
Aye.
15 is a resolution authorizing the hire of a typist help program at a rate $19 per hour, effective January 15th. So,
Second.
motion by Mike, second by Nate. Any questions there? All in favor?
Aye.
16 is the resolution authorizing adoption of the employee handbook. Latest date is January 14th, 2020.
Second.
Mentioned by Steve, second by Nate. Ron, okay. Any questions on that? The employees did have over 2 weeks to look at and give any feedback to myself. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
17, resolution authorizing the code enforcement officer to purchase one new and unused Chevrolet Tahoe at a cost not to exceed $57,682.50.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Nate, second by Mike. Any questions there? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, there's the abstract 25 for 2024 to pay the 2024 bills. General fund, $30,406.17. Highway fund, $55,977.78. Lighting district, $1,857.93. Sewer district, $125,852.84. Water district, $498,096.89. Payroll deductions, $15.14. For total abstract of $712,206.75.
So moved.
Right, next, second by Nate.
Set to abstain on 24.
2403. Okay. Any questions on the rest of the bills? All in favor?
Aye.
Abstract item number 19, abstract 2025 is to pay 2025 bills. General fund, $69,462.20. Highway fund, $26,470.64. Town hall capital project, $76,330.03. Water tank repair, $5,878.12. Storm drainage, $2,088.85. Sewer district, $28,774.38. Water district, $15,588.38. Total abstract, $424,592.60. So the motion, please. I'll move.
Second.
Motion by Steve, second by, was that Ron this time? Yeah. All right. Any questions on these? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We do have a bunch of training under $100 listed for Tuesday, February 4th, Clear Lake Waterworks Conference. Any other discussion at this time? Any objection? We have 2 resolutions for waiver of the rule. Hearing none. First waiver, resolution acknowledging the addition of a new member to the Farmington Volunteer Fire Association, Mr. Adam Braun.
Second.
Motion by Mike, second by Nate. Again, as I always say, is glad to see new members of the Farmington Volunteer Fire Department. All in favor?
Aye.
Number two is the resolution authorizing acceptance of recommendations of the town director of planning and development, the town construction inspector, the town engineer. Moving and filing in the town clerk's office a two-year maintenance bond. Total amount of $98,154.70 for dedicated site improvements located within the Farmbrook subdivision phases 7A, 7B-2.
Second.
Motion by Nate, second by Steve. Any questions on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Before we go into executive session for a short executive session, is there anything else to be brought to this board at this time? Anybody online? Anything? Board? All right, I take a motion to move in executive session.
Second.
Motion by Mike, second by Nate. That's for the discussing the medical, financial credit, employment history, return. Person or corporation. Matters leading to the appointment, employment, promotion, demotion, discipline, suspension, dismissal or removal of a particular person or corporation. All in favor? Aye. All right, and we'll be in just a short moment. I'll give you the. Actually, you don't have to stay. Give you the information.
All right, thanks.
Thank you, everybody, for attending. Take care, everybody online.